Well, welcome to sportsbookreview.com. It's that time of year that we all love. It's the Champions League. They fixture us next Tuesday and Wednesday. So today, it's all about the futures. It's the last 16. And we're thinking to ourselves, if we're going to get some value, let's get it now. Let's not wait for the horse to bolt. Now, first of all, if you like this video, then please subscribe, press the button and ring the bell. Ring the bell means that I can notify you. And that means that when I throw in a little future show like today, then you'll be ready. You'll be waiting. Also, press the link in the description. That'll take you over to SBR. And all the sports that we cover on SBR will be accompanied by an article where they love a parlay. They love to put more meat on the bone. They love to give you just that little bit more bang for your buck. I've got Alex and I've got... No, Tan.
There is no Tan, unfortunately.
My balls last week saying, we've got to do Champions League futures. We've got to do it, man. We've got to do it. No problem. Send me your selections, Tan. 10 minutes ago, Tan, where's your selections? So what we're going to do is we're going to go for a winner. We're going to go, who do we think's value on the outside market? And also we're going to go for top scorer in the competition. I've actually put them, how many goals they've actually scored alongside that as well. But Alex, next Tuesday and Wednesday, the first leg, a lot of the games are going to be played in neutral grounds.
Next Tuesday and Wednesday, some of the matches, like 4 of them. After that, we have another 4 in next week, in 2 weeks from now. And yes, as you said, 2 or 3 matches are played in neutral grounds, most of them in Budapest, in Hungary. And the matchups are between the German squads and the English squads. And Tan is with us. I see him in the background.
Really? Well, let's get him on then.
Yeah. Freddie is about to bring him on.
Listen, there's no rush. Listen, I don't want Tan coming in and stealing your thunder, Alex. So have we got a game in Bucharest and we got a couple in Budapest.
No. There are 2 of them in Budapest. RB Leipzig versus Liverpool and München Gladbach versus Manchester City so far. Probably some in Warsaw will be, maybe some in Bucharest. So it's a mess. Imagine that all this COVID problems created in all the countries, that the politics are playing a major role in all this situation with their laws, are making the matches to be played in neutral ground in other countries in Europe. Imagine that I was saying also on my Twitter channel, next month we have the international break. What a big mess will be that time.
Yeah, we absolutely crazy. Now, sometimes you have a good excuse for being late, Tan. In fact, you have come out with the best excuses so far this season. Next, you're going to be telling me that you were having a chat with like the Maradona's manager when he was at Napoli or something, was you? Have you muted yourself as well?
Something like that. You don't play the audio this time around?
I don't know what.
No, not you. No. Flash got the audio about that. But yes, guys. Welcome.
I gave you an audio. I gave you the audio.
Yes, but I didn't reply to you because I know you are a snitch and you would have played my audio on air. So no more audios for Alex.
It's funny you should say that, Tan, because I'll just get my phone out. Listen, there's nothing like this champion. This, for me, obviously we've had the 6 weeks going rat-a-tat-tat before Christmas, which is unusual. But now this is when the teams really get going. I liken Real Madrid are a prime example. Normally they stutter through the early stages, but when we hit March and we get down to the last 16, the last 8, they normally come to the fore. Now, there's been a little bit of a merry-go-round because some teams now have got new managers. And the big one for me, Tan, is PSG, because they were going nowhere under Tuchel. And all of a sudden, they've got a proper boss with proper players.
Now, going nowhere with Tuchel is a big statement. They were there in the Champions League final last year.
But they were awful all season this year. I mean, they scraped through.
I would not even say awful. Let's remind that they went through as leader in a group with Manchester United and Leipzig, and in a group where they started being 3 points behind. But it was clear that there were many issues. You teach me, having been played in Premier League for many years, that every season is different from the other, and that sometimes when the chemistry between the manager and the locker room is broken, it's very hard to repair it, even if it's a long time you are there. Pochettino left Tottenham 3 months after having reached the Champions League final. Again, the same happened to Tuchel, and Pochettino replaced Tuchel. But in my opinion, Pochettino could actually be, if I have to say, the best pick I would take for Paris Saint-Germain is an experienced manager with experience of winning, someone like Ancelotti. They keep on going with Laurent Blanc, Thomas Tuchel, Pochettino, people that have great football knowledge, but they don't know how to deal with a locker room with great personalities. But about Pochettino, there is a sense of unfinished business. He was there, so close, winning the big finger, and he didn't make it. And maybe it's the perfect match with Paris Saint-Germain. All in all, we have a squad that hasn't changed an inch compared to last year. Because if we think about Bayern Munich achieved Thiago Alcantara. That's true. Bayern Munich achieved not Salah.
Sane?
Yeah, of course. Sorry, it was a lapsus. But lost Thiago Alcantara. And it is a big lose. And anyway, we have seen them playing at their best for 1 year and a half. It's mentally impossible to stay at top for so long. And we know that Bayern Munich is not like Real Madrid of Zidane, that is someone that plays clever, that know when to push or when to defend. Bayern Munich, if they don't play at maximum, they don't play in the right way. Paris Saint-Germain instead hasn't changed an inch of their squad, and still got that hunger. So those changes can be a lot.
I think that PSG are still searching for an identity under Pochettino right now. Under Pochettino, they are still struggling to struggle their opponents. You know, a feat that they achieved regularly under Thomas Tuchel. When Pochettino teams win, it's a result of individual players. You know, not of a squad. This is a problem that
you mean always in the history of Pochettino?
Sometimes, most of the times in the history of Pochettino.
But no, right now, come on, he's a manager of a collective game, not of single players.
Yeah, on Southampton and on Tottenham, he was trying tended to play that 4-2-3-1. Right now. At PSG, he's trying that 4-3-3 with Marco Verratti flanking Leandro Paredes in midfield. So it's a bit of a concern to say that PSG will win the Champions League.
Give it time. Give it time.
Yeah, give it time. This is what I'm trying. I think that they are still trying to find their identity under Pochettino, and I think that this time, I don't think that they will do it. Maybe next year.
Voila! That's what I wanted to see, Freddie and Zook, my two trusted producers, my two co-pilots.
Very nice graphics. Very nice.
You like that?
Very,
you like
very.
that? Because along there, you can see that I've got the prices to be the winner. So, Alex, I want to see where you see the trouble for some of the boys at the top. And we're going to go for who we think is going to win. We're going to see who we think is value, so i.e. an outsider that will belie their odds, and then we will do the top goal scorer. So, Alex, and remember some of the matchups. We'll go through the matchups and the fixtures next Monday around 8:30 Eastern time, but obviously we know that there's going to be a few big sides departing, so there is a bit of a coin flip. But if you think that one of the sides are going to go through, then there's some big odds there. Alex, where do you want to go first?
I want to go to the winners first of all. I think that there is plenty of value on Manchester City. Manchester City right now that are 10 points clear of Liverpool at the top of the Premier League table. I think that their 14th big victory in a row says everything about their form and their shape right now. They only conceded in 4 of those 14 wins. The run is remarkable, and given the fact that Kevin De Bruyne and Sergio Aguero are both out, but there is a great collective brilliance in their squad right now, combined with young players, also with more experienced ones. I think that this is exactly the type of the season where you would expect Manchester City to go all the way. Also, given the fact that I think that in the rest of the matches we will not have crowds. As you know, Manchester City's crowd. I don't want to say something about their crowd. Of course, they have great fans, but the atmosphere on their turf is not such a brilliant atmosphere as it is, for example, when Liverpool is playing, when Bayern Munich is playing. So they will not feel that zero crowd in their attendance in their Champions League matches. But all in all, I think that they have the squad right now, the confidence to go all the way. I think that Bayern Munich, yes, they are the favorites, but that Thiago Alcantara being irreplaceable right now this season, you see in the results that they are still struggling to find the replacement. Maybe this summer, and I think that the value right now is on Manchester City because also of the distance. Of course, also Bayern Munich have a big gap between them and their followers in Bundesliga. But we are talking about another level in Premier League, right? So Manchester City right now are 10 points clear of Liverpool. So I think that they will focus on Champions League because this is why Pep Guardiola was appointed. This is why he won 3 of the last three Premier League titles, and I think that it's time for him right now to win Champions League, and that plus 350 is the good value.
Okay, I mean, a lot of people, they can't really argue with you because they were probably only this far short of taking Bayern Munich maybe out of the competition or at least extending that individual game. Tan, whereabouts are you going to go and who's going to be your winner?
Because I think there is you get 2 different questions. One thing is saying who you are thinking the winner. The other thing, where is the value? To be honest.
No. I'm asking you, who is your winner?
Yeah. Because I mean, connecting to what Alex was saying, I don't see great value in Man City. Exactly because possibly they are one of the 2 most favorite, and I was expecting the odds would be a bit better on Man City, a bit better on a Panthers point of view. Plus 350, it's too little considering their history in Europe. I believe they will perform much better this season, and I believe they will take advantage of having such a huge gap already in the league, and possibly, the first round they have against Mönchengladbach, which I think fits good to the way Guardiola play. But also last year, I saw that Guardiola started to realize to be more pragmatic, but plus 350 is not a great value. For me, the favorite winner, and I see that the value is very good, could exactly be Paris Saint-Germain.
Paris Saint-Germain?
Yes, exactly. Now,
wow,
I can see
with all them sulking babies, even though they did get to the final last year.
See, some are stereotypes because last year, again, they were that close. They get to the final. Bayern played greatly in the final, and still they just edged Paris Saint-Germain by the end with that goal from Kingsley Coleman. So leveled. I think that the team achieved the experience they always needed. That experience of being with cold blood in such situations. Now they got into one of the most difficult rounds against Barcelona, but maybe for the first time, they are the favorite. They are the one more solid in mind compared to Barcelona, where everything is falling apart.
Tan, talk to me about Verratti, please, because I've always thought that Paris Saint-Germain are a much better side when he's in there. He ruffles feathers. He gets them. Even like I've seen him absolutely lambasting his own players, and it's almost like if he's not there, then they're allowed to just do as they want, and the energy levels are low. As soon as he's introduced or he is in there, he's like so infectious.
Yeah, I mean, to me, if he's at his best athletically, he's still the best Italian player around. The way in a team that anyway is so stuffed of talent and of football like Paris Saint-Germain, still the Verratti direction is unique. When Verratti is not on the pitch, you can see that the game plan is different. Of course, if you have Neymar, Mbappe, and Di Maria, they can link each other in their build-up in a different way. But you can see that
they're all piano players, and you cannot have a piano player unless you have a piano carrier. And it seems to me that Verratti is the only one that wants to go and do that dirty work.
Well, of the orchestra director, if you want to keep on that analogy, the orchestra director. But when last year Tuchel was missing him because Verratti was not physically fit for the Champions League Final 8, it was a trouble. In that case, Tuchel was smart, was clever, because he realized he couldn't play the same without Verratti. So he played in a different way, bit more basic when Verratti is in, but Verratti must be fit for the continuous possession, continuous proactivity that Verratti got in his building up, in his assisting. He needs to be physically fit. So that is a key point. Apparently, seems he has recovered well. In that case, mamma mia, it's very hard for Paris Saint-Germain. But I think that Pochettino wants to work on having two plans, because it's, as a matter of fact, Verratti is never totally fit for the whole season. But at that money, plus 1,200, the experience, the squad, the fact that Paris Saint-Germain hasn't changed a lot in the squad, for me, is really good. Man City are the most solid. It's true that they always have been disappointing there in Europe. But in my opinion, there is also an issue that defensively, as a single player, the defense of Manchester City is not something special.
I think that lately they created a great defense, and if you were talking about Verratti, it all depends how Pochettino will play him. Normally, he has the technique and the passing ability to operate as a creative midfielder if it required to do so. But Pochettino, I think that he will want him to play deeper, having his team play on the counter. This is this is what I saw against Marseille. Of course, against Marseille, Neymar was not in the squad. Pablo Sarabia and Rafinha, or even Mbappe could play on the left there with Moise Kean coming along with Icardi up front. It's very tough for Thomas Tuchel right now, because they also have a tough season in Ligue 1, which is very strange for them. Lille and Lyon are on top of them in the standings, So it's a crazy season for Paris Saint-Germain. I don't see them going all the way.
Okay, well, mine, before we go on, and I want to try and get the boys to give us some absolute value, even though Tam thinks he's got value. I think value only comes if you're going to be picking up at the end of the day. I don't look past Bayern Munich, and the reason I don't look past Bayern Munich is because they've been there, they've seen it, they've done it, they've got goals. Yes, they're going to miss Thiago because they're not controlling games. But if there's one team and you can rely on week in, week out, in the Champions League, it's Bayern Munich. I think that they retain their title, and I don't think there's any reason to complicate it at plus 300. So, yeah, I'm not going to be pulling up any trees, but I'm in Bayern Munich win it again. I did obviously take them at 13-2 at the start of the tournament, but I did that with the Kansas City Chiefs, and we won't speak about that. So, yeah, I've gone with Bayern Munich as a winner. Alex, looking down that list, if your selection, Man City, don't win it, who does?
The value right now as a dark horse, let's say, is Atletico Madrid at plus 1600.
No.
I know.
I've got to listen to this because I don't even think they get through the next round. Go on.
No, I really think that they will make it through the next round. I think that, I don't know if you like that or not, Suarez is by far the best striker right now in La Liga. He's at the correct spot in the correct time. I think that Atletico Madrid right now will pass Chelsea. I really think that Simeone's master plan and experience will be on top of Thomas Tuchel and his new Chelsea squad. I think that they are in La Liga very out of stress. You know, they are not stressed at all about winning the competition. They just need a little bit more energy, a little bit more creativity. They have the skills. They have great players. So I think that either them at plus 1600, either Sevilla at plus 40, how much? 4,000. Yeah, 40 to 39 to 1. I think 40.
Do you want to pick any more outsiders or what?
No, those two. But
I asked you for one and you went for Atletico.
Atletico Madrid, but also I like Sevilla.
I bet you do. I bet you do. And when we look at the selections, you'll see why you do. Tan, if PSG don't win it, who wins it?
Yeah, my alternative is Manchester City. I know that there is no value in plus 350, but my first option is Paris Saint-Germain because Bayern got those issues and they are hard. It's very hard to keep for 2 years in that way. Liverpool, I think they were deadly in underestimating how much they would have suffered for Van Dijk absence, and then Matip added up, and Europe will just expose that even more. Atletico, I think they won't be able to keep on both commitments. So
they've been very lucky, you know, Tan. I've seen every minute of every one of their games. No. They've been very, very fortunate. They've scored from deflected goals. They've scored.
You pursue your luck. You can be lucky once. You can be lucky twice, but when it is already 3 times, it's no more luck.
Well, I can see maybe 6 or 7 goals this season at the right times, deflected goals. And now you could say, oh yeah, you make your own luck because you took the shot. But what I'm saying is, it's been uncanny, and they got ripped apart yesterday, by the way, in some stages at home to Celta Vigo. No, I'm not having Atletico, but there's a shock. Go on then. So you're on Man City. Man City.
I would say Man City, even if looking at the odds. So my second it's Man City. Looking at the odds, I can see that abroad the odds on Juventus are much higher than I see in Italy. In Italy are much less. In abroad are much higher. For plus 1,400, I don't like the style Juventus are playing. They are in a good form now, but they play defensively, and normally when they play defensively, they don't succeed in Europe. But they are one with the easiest tying in round of 16 against Porto. I mean, you can always be eliminated, but to be honest, it's the best draw they could hope for against Porto.
Yeah. Listen, there's some really, really tough games coming up. And the lucky thing is that it's over 2 legs, so the cream should always rise to the top. Now, my side is just an absolute no-brainer, my outsider, and it's Sevilla. At Sevilla,
Sevilla.
40 to 1, plus 4,000. Arguably, they are playing the best brand of football throughout the 4 leagues. They have balance. They have belief. They have now just gone and got Papa Gomez. They've increased it. The confidence level.
We already scored, by the way.
I know.
Better than Manchester City? You would say they're playing better than Manchester City?
Yeah.
I think they're playing. He's not talking about. He's talking about eye-catching. Also,
I'm saying a brand of.
Yeah. You said quality of football. Eye-catching.
Yeah,
you think they are playing better than Manchester City?
Because I think the Man City are finding games very easy, but they're working hard and they deserve everything they get. And I think they've kept 8 clean sheets because they've been a little bit more reserved. They've not gone and rolled teams over. I mean, even the 4-1 against Liverpool massively flattered them in the scoreline, even though they were never in danger of losing the game. And Alisson obviously set up 2 of the goals. And a brand of football and a team that is extremely dangerous, Sevilla at 40 to 1.
Yes, but Sean is making a good point here. The depth of the squad, Flash.
Yeah, well, again, I mean, listen, we're talking about a side who went and lifted the Europa League last year. So you can't, listen, if there's going to be a squad ever get tested, it's when they go in that Europa League. And they won it again. So for me, I think that Sevilla at plus 4,000 is way too high. And let's put it this way. They go and beat Dortmund over 2 legs. They're going to be no more than 20. So you're going to be 20 to 1 in front. Because there's some of these big guns, they're going to be gone. No Chelsea, no Atletico. There's your first starter. One of them's gone. You know what I mean? Porto and Juve. If Juve go, because they're in no great shapes, I see Sevilla going through. So that's the best thing.
Sevilla against Dortmund, I think that they have the first chance. And if it is to take something from this match, in a double leg, the worst thing is this, they are playing the second leg in Germany. Okay,
but
let's see where
Dortmund are not even playing at the moment, and you're a Dortmund fan, and you'd be the first to say, if I gave you $10 and said, right, over 2 legs, who are you putting it on?
2.2 on Sevilla to qualify right now.
No.
There you go. There you go. But we'll go through that next week. But if you just want to jump on that now, then you jump on it. Would you have any money on Dortmund to beat Sevilla over 2 legs?
No, qualify further.
No, exactly. That's what I'm saying. You're a Dortmund fan. So sometimes you got, if someone who often has their heart rule their head when it comes to Dortmund, if ever there was to do that, you could do it now.
And actually, is the best price, actually, in my opinion, overall on those to qualify.
I mean, listen, if I want a question about Dortmund answered, I would come to you. And I would say to you, if I gave you a free bet, would you have it on Dortmund to beat Sevilla over 2 legs?
No. Right now,
I'll rest my case. So you've got one at 20. What are they? Dortmund at 25 to 1 or plus 2,500, and you got Sevilla at plus 40. It's like, come on now.
If they talk about value, definitely.
If they pass, a good argument anyway. Watch Dortmund go and win like 6-2 on aggregate or something.
If they pass on the next round, you can easily hedge, because if they are now at 4,000, at plus 4,000, for sure in the next round they will be at 20.
Yeah, exactly. At 20s, that's what I'm saying. You're going to get ahead of the world, and this is what this show's all about. It's getting ahead of the curve. I mean, because I did it a couple of years ago.
If we talk about getting ahead of the curve, then there is no comparison that the best price is Juventus, because they at plus 1,400 playing against Porto in round of 16. They have the best odds of the 5-6 top clubs with the easiest knockout to play, because Real Madrid against Atalanta, watch out. Actually, the good price is on Atalanta.
Yeah, you keep your Juve. You keep your Juve.
I'm just saying that if we talk about values,
he's saying that Juventus are now at plus 1,400, and probably after this leg they will be at plus 1,000.
If we talk about the top 6
so you're getting
4
exactly. I'm happy with that, because that means you're going to get, instead of 14 to 1, you're going to get 10. So you're going to be 4 points ahead. Sevilla go through. you're going to be 20 points ahead. And remember,
Yeah,
then
but then
got
what
the
is
draw.
the perception of Sevilla or of Juventus? It's a different perception.
You asked me for my outsider. Juve didn't even make yours.
By the way, if Sevilla would play Real Madrid, Juventus right now, who do you?
I'll
who
go
do-
with
who do you
Sevilla.
go?
I'd
Who
go
would you
with
go
Sevilla.
with, Tancredi?
I would.
And I would give you 2.9 for Sevilla to qualify over the 2 legs.
No, I maybe would take Juventus because in this moment, Juventus are very cynical. And I think that Lopetegui suffer a cynical opponent.
Okay.
In this moment, I think that Juventus, for how not brilliant they are, anyway, they are keeping high standard. I don't think it will be enough in Europe if they don't upgrade. I don't think that. But Sevilla, so if you, for example, put Juventus in front of Atletico or of Paris Saint-Germain or of Manchester City or Bayern Munich, against them four, I think they don't.
Well, listen, the one thing we've learned over the last 20 years is you do not rule out Juventus in any game. I mean, they can be in the worst form in the world, and then on one given night, they can go and get the job done. So you don't
that last year they were able to get out against Lyon without their best 2 players. So nothing is written. But, you know, I see a standard where they don't go below. Let's see. In my opinion, they have not upgraded to win the league. But Lopetegui is playing very good. But against a cynical team, I think, a cynical and talented, because this is what you have to of course.
All right, well, let's move on to goals, okay?
Yeah.
Because I'm sure there's going to be quite a few. I think we're going to be polarized here. Here we go. So basically what I've done is I've put the amount of goals they've got so far, going with the odds. Now, if I look down and I'm looking and I'm thinking, right, so Haaland's at plus 450, Lewandowski at plus 500, Neymar plus 600, and so on. No, Haaland, Neymar, Morata. How deep in the competition are they going to go? Because they've already got 6 goals. Alex, when I look down on that list, obviously I say to myself, who do I think is going to get to the final? You know that I think it's going to be Bayern Munich. So if you're going to go for Bayern Munich, do you go with the obvious?
Yes, I'm going with the obvious with Lewandowski at plus 500. Because I think that Bayern Munich will have a deep season in Champions League. I think that their semi-finals final, and even if it's only for the semi-finals, I think that they will make it to the semi-finals. There are 2 matches there. So after that, we have the final. The final, we know that there are not so many goals like the rest of the season in Champions League. So let's say that wouldn't count a lot. But I see Bayern Munich in the semis, you know, and I think that Haaland is. I don't understand why he's the top scorer there, because only because he has 6 goals. But I would put Neymar favorite at plus 450 if I was a bookmaker, because he will return. He will play the rest of the season for PSG in Champions League. So I really don't understand why Neymar is priced at plus 600. So as a dark horse, I would have Neymar at plus 600.
And as someone to actually go and win it, you would go with who?
To win it, I don't know. There is nobody on that list. Sterling at plus 4,000.
Okay. He's only got 1 goal so far.
Yeah.
So he's going to need to get to what? What do we think wins it? 9, 8, 9? I mean, Haaland could get a couple in a defeat against Sevilla over 2 legs, and then he sets the standard.
The fight is between Lewandowski and Neymar, in my opinion.
Okay, I might just have one to come out the woodwork there as it goes. So, Tan, who you got?
Look, we must calculate 2 things. The first one you mentioned is who you think will go further. But in my opinion, also, we are talking about a competition where, at its best, are left 7 games to play at its best. Factor in that in the final, it's hard to say many goals. So let's say six games. And consider then, in my opinion, it got an influence who got around the 16 where can actually already plan to get more goals than the other. So if we talk about this, I think this could be said about Juventus and possibly can be said about Manchester City. Now, if we look who are the top scorers at the moment, Holland, Neymar, and Morata. Now, Neymar is true that we are in different degrees, but we are thinking is going through, I think, till the end. You maybe think stopping earlier, but going through, but it's only a plus 600. But he's playing this tie against Barcelona. If we look only about the value, Morata is the best value around. Current top scorer, plus 1,000, and having 2 games against Porto. And for the way Juventus are playing, we know that Morata actually is converting more goals many times than maybe he would deserve, because for the way Juventus plays, making him shine. Even though, if I have to take my likely winner, I say Cristiano Ronaldo. He's at 4 goals with the top scorer currently at 6. As I said, they will have these 2 games against Porto compared to others. Neymar against Barcelona, Lewandowski against Lazio. Lazio probably will lose, but will be careful not to concede that much. So I would go with that. I want to I make you notice one thing. As before with the odds on the winner, you had Juventus that was at the 5th place. In Italy, Juventus was at the 4th place. The top scorer in Italy, the most likely top scorer, looking at the odds, is considered Cristiano Ronaldo. Is the lowest odds you can find a top scorer.
Yeah, but they have to do that. They have to do that because of the local money. It's the same in England. And obviously, I'll digress for a second if you allow me.
But what I'm saying, sorry, and I leave it to you. What I'm saying is that in Italy, the proportion is possibly, the betting is not made favorable because there are the money from the Juventus fans that are going on Cristiano Ronaldo. But abroad, the plus 800, I think it's very valuable.
Of course. But again, I'll just digress for a second. You look and you say the Euro 2020 champs are obviously going to be in 2021. England are the favourites in England because the bookies cannot afford the liability of the amount of money that's going to go on them. Now, don't tell me anybody thinks that England are the favourites in their mind. Otherwise, the men in the white coats are on their way to pick you up.
You never trusted your country.
Last year, for me, they were the favourites.
And I've been proved right since 1966.
Yes, but to be honest, they were never the favourite for me, England, since I follow football.
And this is what I'm saying. It's just about... And now you're telling me that Cristiano Ronaldo is favourite in Italy.
You are right. But what I'm saying is that I've been able to spill my favourite on a final tournament since 1988, so later than you. But never, well, only at Euro 96, to be honest. Only at Euro 96 I had England as favourite. Last year, I had England as favourite. Now, this season, I wouldn't call them favourite anymore. But if it would have been played last year, I think that put them as first of the list made sense.
Really? Okay, well, let me give go back to the top scorer. I mean, there's plenty value in the likes of Benzema. He's got 4. He's at 20-1. And you know that Real Madrid are going to score. He's the one that's going to do it. And they're obviously, listen, he could get 4 goals over 2 legs in the next game. I can't complicate it. I think Bayern Munich go all the way. So that means I've got to go with the best striker in Europe, and that's Lewandowski. I've got to go with it. I mean, but I wouldn't be surprised, and I think a lot of people might go with Haaland because he could get 3 goals over 2 legs, get to 9, and then do I think Lewandowski gets another 6? I'm not too sure. Now, the big one that really jumps out is Kingsley Coleman at 41 or 4,100 because, again, he's going to play in one of the games. He might get a hat-trick or he may get 4 over 2 games. So he's going to be up there at 4,100. It really is a good market, but you've got to look to see who they're playing. I mean, Porto don't let in a lot of goals. Juve, yeah, Morata. It's a really interesting one. Freddie, let's stick up what the boys actually think, including myself, please. Here we go. So Alex has gone for winners. Manchester City. His outside bet is Atletico at plus 1,600. And his top scorer is Robert Lewandowski at plus 500. Tancredi, he thinks PSG at 1,200. Man City at plus 350. Ronaldo at plus 800. Okay, Flash has gone for Bayern at plus 300. Sevilla at plus 4,000 as a dark horse. And Lewandowski at plus 5,000. Now, if you like this video, then please subscribe, press the button and ring the bell. Ring the bell means that I'll notify you. You'll never miss any content again. So if it is your first time, you have subscribed, the bell will ring because next Monday we will do the Champions League games that start on Tuesday and Wednesday. That'll be at 08:30 Eastern time. Busy week ahead of us this week. On Thursday we go 08:30 Serie A, 11:30 Bundesliga, 14:30, all Eastern time, these Premier League, and on Friday La Liga.
Not to go out before I really like this line. English team to progress furthest in Champions League, Manchester City at even money.
Yeah, I can see that. Okay, so there's another one. So basically, the two bets that have come out from the winner or the outsider is probably Sevilla to qualify at 2.2, 2.3, and Man City to be the furthest progressive English side. So anyway, press a link in the description. That'll take you over to the articles read by Tan or Alex or anybody else. That SBR does the videos, we do the sports, they do the writing, they come together and they make your job a lot easier. If you can send or press the thumbs up on the way out. We're at 42 at the moment. From 113 watching, what's that? About 37.5%. Just a quick guess. Anyway, listen.
Wow.
Good luck.
Wow. You are not the stereotype
right?
of the English player, eh? Mamma mia, your little rounds all going fast. Mamma mia.
Thank you very much. I'll see you again on Thursday, gentlemen. 8:30 Eastern time. Tan, please don't be late. And if you could send your selections in before Thursday morning, that will be great. Great football ahead.
I always send it before the day before. Mamma mia, really. Why I have to stand this? Mamma mia, for once.
Listen, it's quality. I really appreciate everyone's input into this show. And everyone take care. See you soon. Ciao.
Ciao. The champion.